I'm in Beezy, back at it with some more reactions. Decided to take a little break from the IG Reels. We watching some YouTube this time. You know what I'm saying? We on YouTube watching YouTube. First one to do it. This video is called I'd Rather Die Than Working 9 to 5. I feel this nigga. So I know he about to spit some game. This shit got like 200K views. It's like a random nigga. Let's get straight to it.
Like this not too long ago where I talked about going all in on my YouTube channel. Today I had
that Jeffrey
work
Dahmer thing
meeting,
going on, that
and
Ted
it was
Bundy.
the most, I have never felt this much dread in my life before. I like something inside of me died, and honestly, if I keep working 9 to 5,
damn,
I think
yeah, not to cut you off, buddy. I feel this nigga like you don't even understand, right? Right now I work a job where I work from home, right? So I guess you could say I have kind of like an unconventional job. I had a job in the office for like 2 to 3 months. And let me tell you, I don't know how y'all niggas do that shit. I literally felt like a slave. So check it, right? We was working in some real small office downtown and shit, right? And this shit was like a cool hour and 10 minutes away from my crib. So I had to commute an hour and 10 minutes both ways, my nigga. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. So one time, right, like there was this employee that had like recently gotten on the job. So they were on their last 2 weeks or whatever. And I guess it's customary for the whole office to throw them like a pizza party or whatever. So they went to like fucking local pizza shit down the road. And me being the IT dude, they had me going out and picking up the fucking pizza. We're not talking about that right now. So they got this grown ass man a pizza party, right? For everybody and shit. It's maybe like 15, 20 of us in the building, whatever, right? So they call us all down on the PA speaker to come down to sit like around the big round table, like the fucking Knights of, I don't even fucking know, right? Cool. Everybody chopping it up, everybody eat their pizza and all that shit, right? And then like the owner of the business comes in, because I mean, it's like a real small company, so he be around. When that nigga walked in the room, the aura, nigga, everybody went silent. Everybody went silent. One nigga quickly got up out of his seat. Sir, do you need a chair to sit? Nigga, he's a grown-ass man. He can get his own chair. If you need a chair, we can get a chair. Midal, right? That's my name. Yo, Midal, can you get a chair for him? I'm like, nigga, damn, is this fucking King Toots? Who is this? Like, I understand he's the owner, but like, goddamn, right? I bet. I go get a chair from the stack of chairs to the right. One of the employees opened up the pizza box and was serving this nigga. She got him a couple slices, some chicken wings, drink poured up. This nigga just sitting there just like, just looking at his like kingdom or some shit. Just, you know what I mean? Just smiling and shit. I was like, hell no. Right? Put the food in front of him. So, you know, how's everyone doing? Everybody in unison, good. I was like, yeah, I don't belong here, yo. I don't belong here. I swear, the only thing that was missing at that point was somebody with a big palm leaf and some grapes. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with a big palm leaf fanning the nigga and feeding him grapes. Like he's a fucking god or some shit. I'm like, this is how y'all niggas, this is how y'all employees move? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? That's not for me. You know what I'm saying? My mom didn't walk around for 9 months with me in her stomach, almost die while trying to have me, for me to be sitting here worshiping another man. Another man made of flesh and blood. Fuck. Hell no. So after that little experience for me, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not cut for this shit. This shit over with. I'm not made for this. You feel me? So even like trying to get another job, I knew it had to be some like different shit. You feel me? If I was gonna get back to this 9 to 5 shit, it had to be some unconventional shit. So that's why I work a work from home job now, where you know it's pretty unconventional. You feel me? Like you work from home. I mean it's IT, so you know like it's all on the computer, and it's just like it's just real chill. You feel me? Like, yeah, hopefully this video doesn't go viral, but nigga, I be working like 2 hours a day, max. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that I was gonna make it in this whole 9 to 5 corporate shit, because if it was like a regular 9 to 5, nigga, it would have been raps from my ass, on God. Let's get back to Ted Bundy.
I'd rather kill myself. I'm gonna be really open with this video and the journals. If that's something you don't want to hear, then might be best to leave. my boss was telling me like, oh, you're 21. I've been working in IT for more than years than you've been alive. And
this nigga 21?
I don't know, it got to a point where it's like we were talking about how we're all
this nigga 21, this nigga 35 in 1970 though. I have a fault.
Excited for our vacation. That's all people talk about at work, waiting for vacation. They live to wait for vacation. I said, I only have 2 weeks of vacation, and like, that's not enough. In reality, 2 weeks of vacation, it's 10 days. That's all you get. You work your whole year to give your time and your soul to someone else to help build.
Yo, real talk, who split that up? 5 days of working, 2 days off. 5 days of working, 2 days off. And then you get into the corporate world. You work in 330 days and you get 2 weeks off, if approved. Oh my God.
Their company, and in exchange you get 10 days. Ooh. It's like, I told my boss, what am I supposed to do with 10 days? That's not enough for nothing. Like 10 days, you barely have time to catch up on the rest you missed. So it's like, wow, you're the rest of the time you're just slaving away like for a company, and then you get 10 days. Ooh. And he said, yeah, welcome to the real world, but you're still young. You've barely started in this career. You've only been doing it for about 3-4 years now. And maybe in a few years, in 3-4 years, you'll have 3 weeks. And then, when you're like that other guy, and he pointed to a colleague, he said, well, you'll after 15 years of working, you'll get 4 weeks. He's about to get 5. What? So you're telling me if I slave?
Nah, why we have the same reaction? Nah, 15 years of working for 4 weeks of vacation? Yo, if any old people come across this video, how did y'all do that, bruh? And I don't want to hear no hard work. You know what I'm saying? We all hard workers out here, but the younger generation just realizes that, like, it's more to life than slaving your life away for some 50-year-old white man that will never, ever know your name. Like, even in my job, right, we have what we call town halls, where it's basically just a big company-wide conference call, right? Where it's like the higher-ups, the C classes, the executives, the CEO, CFO, whatever, basically just giving like news to the rest of us. And you can't even unmute your mic to say anything. They fucking banned that setting. Like they turn it off. It's grayed out in Teams. You can't even, hey, yo, what up? It's your boy. Nah, none of that. The peasants are not allowed to talk to the kings. Are you kidding me? I was like, yo, fucking 9 to 5, bro.
Give away, and I give all my time to someone else, and all the other disadvantages that come with having a 9 to 5. Well, more 8s to 5 because my lunch isn't paid. You're telling me I can get 20 days? Ooh, really? In my last video, I said a month ago, I had walked out the door and I saw like this guy has 2 bachelor's degrees, and he's like the head of what you can be as an employee. He became like the director of IT and director of finance, and he's like peak. And I said, I saw him leave the office at the same time as me, and he looked tired and he looked sad, and I pitied him and I thought, this is what you can achieve if you give it your all, and you give it all your all to a company, and you like really work hard. You get a little more money, and you still start at the same time. You're tired. You want to leave. You're twiddling your thumbs at the office, waiting to leave. And you leave at the same time. Like, you get nothing more. You're still stuck. You're still a prisoner.
And to add on to this nigga, right? The same nigga that works, like, extra hard, right? Does whatever the fuck you do, right? To get to a higher spot in your job, right? Higher position, whatever the fuck, more pay, more benefits, whatever. Like, you do realize that the more money you make, the more you get taxed. So even when you do get that 5, 10, 15, 20K raise, it's not even that much for real. When you really break it down, it's not even that much for real. Your contributions go up, your taxes go up. Like, the money you think that you're making, you really aren't making that much more from a fucking promotion. And it's like, okay, like, who's really winning here? The person that's working 40 full hours a week, grinding, maybe even spending hours after their shift to, I guess, please their managers, their company, whatever the fuck, Or the nigga that pulls up, does 2.5 hours of work, you know what I'm saying, is the fucking quote unquote laziest worker there, yet I still get paid the same salary as you. That's why, like, I'm not trying to go out and advocate for people to go out and just slack at work, but at the same time, don't go all out. You going all out and you come back from work exhausted, tired. You can't do anything. You don't want to hit the gym. You don't want to see your friends. You just want to sit home and sleep. So you are literally a like fucking worker ant. You just spend your entire life just working for someone. It's like, for what? You gotta work smarter, not harder, bro. At the end of the day, a lot of these jobs are team jobs, right? Like, again, the work, they say that the work that you don't do, you put onto other people, but at the end of the day, that work was still gonna be there regardless. Whether I did it, you did it, he did it, she did it, it's still gonna be done by somebody regardless, bruh. And especially in the corporate world, a lot of this work doesn't even make sense. Like, what the fuck, like, is, like, if you ask someone who works a 9 to 5 in the corporate environment what they do all day, they'll probably tell you, oh, it's complicated, it's hard to explain. Because some niggas don't, like, the work that you do doesn't even make sense. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, it's like we're just making work for each other. Like, my job, I'm just sitting there just fucking basically answering people's, like, problems and their incidents that they have and trying to solve it, right? And trying to help them solve it. It's like, yo, these are the same goddamn issues that we face every single fucking day. Everybody's calling in with one of the same 10 issues, and we'll just sit there resolving that bitch day in, day fucking out. So whether I put that 8 hours in and do all that work or don't, it doesn't really matter, because that work is still gonna be there tomorrow. Shit's retarded, bro.
And that was a month ago, so I started thinking I need to quit. But this meeting that I had, and then the colleague that was there, he said, yeah, just welcome to the real world. You either appreciate the 2 weeks or you kill yourself. That's what he said. I said I'd rather kill myself, I think. And they said, well, no, we're not going to go there. Really, that you're used. Wow, you've worked for a company longer than I've been alive. Good for you. You've helped someone else achieve their dreams. Good job. God. You really made your boss happy. Good job. And I don't want that. No thanks. And then he said, well, it's your only option. Either that or you can be homeless. Are they stupid? Are you stupid? I'm sorry. Are you really that limited? Are you really?
You know, the thing is like, it's all by design, right? When you go to school and they have the whole like system of, you know, everyone goes to a class, right? It's for a set amount of time. Then you have the bell. Everyone in unison leaves their classes, goes to the next class. It's almost like a prison system. It's all by design to teach you how to be a good worker. I feel like that's why it's so hard for a lot of people to figure out like how to make money outside of a traditional job, because you were never taught it. They're teaching you how to be a good and loyal and valuable worker, but not how to work for yourself. So when it comes to sit down there and brainstorming how to make some money for yourself, how to make a career for yourself, how to be an entrepreneur, it's difficult because you never really learned how to do it. And it's all by design. So when he says that, hey, you rather work this job, enjoy your 2 weeks or die, because I mean, what else are you going to do? It's kind of sad, but that's how it was designed. Because yeah, like for most other people, what are you going to do? Right? You don't know how to do any other thing other than a job that has required skills that you learned, right? Like, it's crazy. For example, I'm in IT, so all my knowledge is in IT or whatever, right? So it's like a lot of the work that I'm learning now, or I was learning in school, it's not really transferable to like my own business. For example, like you're learning how to troubleshoot servers and all this, that, and the third. It's like, okay, like, I mean, I don't like, what am I gonna do with that knowledge outside of a traditional job? Not much. I mean, unless you are really creative or you have an opportunity where you can put those skills to use, it's kind of useless. A little different with like blue collar work and trades. I mean, like, you know how to be a plumber, electrician, there's a bunch of work you can do. But at the same time, it's still a skill to know how to be like an entrepreneur and know how to put your talents to work for you. It's two different things, a complete different ball game, right? You might know how to work the skills and do the skill, but trying to apply yourself to something like for yourself, that's completely different. And for a lot of people, it's very, very, very difficult just because you never learned how to do it. And school never taught you. It's all by design.
Really, the worst part is exchanging time for money. There's commute. If you have your own company, you can deduct your commute to work, right? As an employee, you're taxed before you get the money. So you can't deduct anything. So the money you get, you're taxed. And in Quebec, it's like, I shouldn't have, but I opened a pay stub for the first time in a long time just to look how much money was deducted. I am not exaggerating. I live in Quebec. I get 30% of my salary removed. 30%. I make $30 an hour Canadian. My friend,
can you imagine that? Taxed at 30% at $30 fucking dollars an hour? 30 goddamn dollars an hour? My nigga. So when you are out here, you like a senior in your fucking job, right? You spend 5, 6, 7, 10, 15 years in your job. You make a 40, 50, 60 an hour. Imagine how much you're getting taxed then. Even if it was only 35%. 35% of $50. 35% of $60. So at the end, you do the math. Someone who's making 30 an hour and someone who's making 60 an hour, it's not that big of a difference. On paper, sure, right? Whatever, 30 an hour, you're probably making like, what, fucking maybe 4K a month or something, I don't know. And someone who's making 60 now, you're probably making like 6K a month, right? Something like that. But after all the taxes, you're only really making more than like maybe a 1,000 more than me. Sorry, not 1,000, sorry. 2,000 more than me. After taxes, you probably make only 2K more than me. You spent all that time and work. You went back to school. You got a master's degree. You were spending hours and hours and hours overtime working, grinding. You were working on the weekend. You was working on your days off for an extra 2K a month? Huh? That shit is ridiculous.
In Rawdon, for a park. He works for a park. He cleans the leaves and stuff. Makes $24 an hour. I make $6 an hour more than him. I only make $25 a week more than him. Because he gets less deductions on his salary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How stupid is that? You work more, you get more money. You just have more pressure. You work more, basically. You have a shittier job. And you don't make more. You barely get anything more. My dad makes double the salary I make. I'm not more than double. And he barely gets anything more. The only reason he's got more is because he lived in an economy where he could afford a house, and we can't do that. So we just have less. Like, standard. The only other option is to be homeless? Really? I started a window washing company. I don't have the hat with me right now. I started a window washing company 2 weeks ago. We have a website. We've got the Facebook. Yesterday, we signed our first commercial client.
Yesterday.
We bumped the competition. And we got our first commercial client. It takes an hour to do, and I will make more money in 1 hour than I do for a full day of work. I need a few.
Yeah, I love this video. This nigga, no cuts, no trims, no nothing. You getting the whole thing. I love it. But to add on to that, no, dead ass. Like, I wanted to start a car detailing company as well, and kind of just wash cars in the weekend. And I'm just doing the math in my head. I know obviously life is a little bit different than, on paper or in your head or whatever. But even still, like, you wash a car, right? You detail a car for $150, $160. Even if you decided to undercut, because I mean that's like the average detail, right? Maybe $200. Even if you undercut it by $20, $30, right? So let's say $120 or something like that. That you're offering your services for. How long does it take to detail a car? Especially if you've been doing it for a while and you're good at it. Maybe 40 minutes. So in 40 minutes, you made $120 untaxed. $120 untaxed that you don't have to pay back until a year from now. In a year, while you have all that extra money that you're supposed to be using for tax, if you were smart, you could be able to invest that or at least make more money by the time tax season comes up and now you have to give that money back. What other job are you making $120 in 40 minutes? Please tell me, especially untaxed. What other 9 to 5 job is like that? Only CEO positions are like that. But someone who's just sitting there watching a freaking car that doesn't require any knowledge, any school expertise, is making $100+ in a goddamn hour. This shit is ridiculous, man. Like, it's really ridiculous. Like, fucking 9 to 5s, man. That shit get me mad just thinking about this shit right now.
Commercial clients like this, and I'm good. People think it's the only option. Really? Really?
That's what I was saying.
I'm sorry, I can't.
You to be like that.
I can't do this. This is ridiculous. This really, like, I died when I was, I talked about this last time. I died when I was 18. I was declared dead after a car accident. I came back to life, a miracle. Yeah. And really, I was like, second chance, and I'm get a job and get 10 days off. Wow, really, wow, a life worth living, really. I'm sorry, I'm pissed. I'm pissed because this is like what people think. Let me just open the windows here. It's really hot. It's like 33 today.
No cuts on them.
It's really hot outside. It's heat wave.
And this video blew up. What the hell?
So people think like you're supposed to do this. This is because you're taught this in school. You're taught this from family, from friends. It's like you're supposed to do this. This is the only way. Really. You work, you give your time to someone else. You drive to work, so that's a commute time. It's like 30 minutes in the morning for me. Then you go there, you work for 9 hours because you got the lunch, and some people get a lunch, they're paid, they're lucky. And then at 5 you end, you arrive at 5:30. So you gave your whole day, and then you're tired, so you got nothing left. You gave your soul away. I rewatched the movie Office Space, and when Peter walks in, the boss, Bob, his boss, says, "You've been missing a lot of work lately." And Peter replies, "I wouldn't say I've been missing it." I love it. I love it.
He's a knee slapper.
And he gets interviewed by he gets interviewed by the like CEOs or whatever. Yeah, like they're trying to do layoffs. And they ask him what he does in a day. He says, "Well, I generally arrive 15 minutes late, and then I walk in through the side door so that Lumberg doesn't see me," the boss. "And then I sort of space out for about an hour. In a given week, I do maybe about 50 minutes of real, actual work." And like when you watch this movie, you think it's like, oh, it's a comedy.
Oh my God,
no, it's actually how it is. That's actually how it is. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, the only time, and I said this in my other video, the only time like I'll recommend a traditional path is if you've got something that makes you happy, that you want to achieve. I know someone who wants to become a lawyer because that's what they want in life, and that's their meaning to live. Some people want to be a teacher. Some people want to be a doctor and save lives. Then do it. Do that.
Not to interrupt, but I interrupted. Dead ass. Like, 9 to 5s, right? Like, I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think they're for most people. Like, I don't think most people want to fucking work a minimum wage retail type of job or fucking like construction if they had to. Like, I mean, what fucking passion is there in construction or bagging niggas groceries? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure the pay is what passion do you get in that? You feel me? Like, if you are working like a 9 to 5 and you want to become a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a scientist, an astronaut, whatever the fuck it is, right? Cool. If that's your passion, cool. It so happens that that specific trade or job that I just mentioned is a 9 to 5, right? But for most people, I don't think they want to work these bullshit jobs. So if you happen to get into a career like that or like a career like that and are passionate about a career like that, then so be it, albeit, right? Go get that 9 to 5, right? No one's bashing 9 to 5s in their nature, in the sense of like giving work to people who have passion in that. But I don't think most people have a passion in a 9 to 5. So that's why I feel like for most people, the message of fuck a 9 to 5, go after your dreams applies. Because again, I don't think most people want to be doctors, lawyers, blah, 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 right? Like, those are very very highly coveted, highly competitive, and just difficult jobs. And if you have passion for that, to you doesn't feel like work because you like doing it. Cool. But for everyone else, they don't want to do nothing like that. So I mean, what are the options, nigga? Like the pay decrease from like those top fucking 5 jobs I just said compared to everything else is astronomical. A doctor gets paid 400, 500K, 600K, $1 million a year. A lawyer, same thing. Engineers, a little bit lower, but still pretty high. And then the rest of the playing field, which is like 80K and under. Like, most people don't want to work these fucking jobs. You feel me? So I feel like take that whole like fucking 9 to 5 thing with a grain of salt. If what you want to do and your passion lies in the field of like the realm of a 9 to 5, then so be it. You do it, right? If anything, like you could maybe start off in a 9 to 5, do your shit, grind, get the experience, and then go start your own thing, right? As a doctor, go start your own practice, your own clinic, whatever the fuck. As a lawyer, get your own law firm, become a partner, right? Cool. But just the nature of like the concept of a 9 to 5, just sitting here, just grinding and working hour after hour for money that you will never see. They take the shit out of your paycheck. 20, 30, 40% right out of your paycheck. You don't even see it. And it's going to fucking Brad McMaster, the CEO for the last 35 years with a $3 million a year salary. You know what I'm saying? Every time you see his status on teams, it's on PTO, out of office. Man, where he at now? Hawaii. Doing what? Answering calls, meetings. Bro, at one time I had I had a teams meeting with the team, right? And one of our leaders, whatever, was on the call. I think it was our director. Just kind of like I guess hopping into different departments and kind of see what they're up to or whatever, right? Just to get a little update. This man, we couldn't even hear him. All I heard was beaches and birds chirping and kids playing in the background. I'm like, where the fuck is this nigga at? I'm here slaving in the office. This fucking, well, not the office. I mean, it's my house, but still, like, I'm slaving at work. I mean, I'm basically bound to my room. I can't leave this bitch for 8 hours, 9 hours a day, because I gotta do this shit. This nigga out there enjoying the dunes, enjoying the waves. Man, get the, this shit blowing me, man.
But I can't get taxed the hell out of what you make before you even make it. Whereas if you have your own company, if you're smart with that money, you can make that money grow before you pay taxes at the end of the year. So you win. Plus, money's worth less as time goes on. So that tax amount you need to pay, it's worth less later. So it's better to pay it later than immediately. When you get taxed before your salary, that's when you lose the most.
Still 21?
I cannot live
Smart
my
young
life
whippersnapper.
to give my time to someone else. So you're telling me, like my boss was saying, yeah, but you're normal, you're young, you have to do this. So you're telling me, people when they get older, they say, oh, you know, I should have enjoyed my youth more. You're telling me the best years of my life when I'm young, when I'm most healthy, when I'm like the most supposed to be like my prime, that's the time I slave away and I get 10 days a year off? So, really? So I get like I'll work for the next 10 years and get a couple weeks off. And then you're left with nothing. Because the moment you quit your job, like I quit tomorrow, there's nothing left. You haven't built up something for yourself that you keep for yourself. You work all this time, you leave, and that's it. They're thankful you did it for them, but you're left with nothing. They're not going to be like, hey, for all the hard work you did, you know, we're going to pay you a monthly salary of like 10% of what you earned total just to like keep you going. No, it's over. You know, I did the whole inventory system for the company I work at now. For years to come, they will use it. It'll make their job easier. It'll help them grow. It'll help them get more money. I will get nothing from that. If I quit tomorrow, if I quit now, that's it. Thank you. Bye-bye. I got a birthday card at work. It was a generic card. There was not even something signed. It just said happy birthday. It's like your number. It had the company logo and that's it. Printed text. Each employee gets the same. They're just like, thank you for existing. Thank you for being a gear in the system. I'm sure there's good employers out there, but the team where I work is awful. And I hope they don't see this. Well, maybe it's good. Maybe I get fired. My colleague, when I told him it's really depressing, he says, yeah, well, you don't think about it because then you'll want to die. But you get older and you learn to suppress the feeling. Learn to suppress the feeling of wanting to die? That's not nice. I'm happy. I'm not a sad person. I have big ambitions, big dreams.
Same.
I ain't letting anyone control that. The only thing stopping me is that safety net that feels so safe. It's awful. It's a prison.
But it's really not safe though. That's the funny thing. It's really not safe. At any point in time, your employer could just fire you, lay you off, all that shit. Nothing about the shit is safe. If anything, like, you have to save every cent of your check, right? Damn near. Budget like a motherfucker to save all this money, because you know in the back of your mind that at any point or any point in time you could be out of there. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is one meeting with your manager and the fucking director or whatever, or HR, and your ass is grass. You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy.
I'm gonna quit my job. I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm gonna keep making videos because that makes me happy. That I love that. I absolutely love it. I hit 10,000 subs on Sean ASMR this week. Sunday, actually. It's growing. It's going great. It's amazing. I couldn't be happier. I started a company and it's already getting clients.
Happy for my boy.
Working for someone else and thinking it's the only way is wrong. And I can't do it. So thank you for listening to me rant. I know a lot of people in the comments will be like, well, then prove it. Or, yeah, well, you just need to accept it. I think that's just the consensus. People say, well, you just need to accept it. That's what my colleagues were saying. You just need to accept that's normal life. Because that's what they've been told. I'm sorry, maybe I dream in color. But I'd much rather do that than black and white, you know? I'm sorry, it's just, I can't. I physically cannot have it any other way. I don't accept the ordinary life. I need freedom. I need the location freedom.
You know what's good though about like younger people? Like, I'm saying younger people like I'm not young, but like I'm talking about like niggas that are like still in high school or in college or maybe just getting out of school and starting to work their first job, is that a lot of them are thinking like this. It's probably because of social media or whatever, but at least it starts off like small and it becomes something big, right? Like, you know, the next generation ain't going for this shit. Just work till 70, 80 and then drop dead at work. You know what I'm saying? Like a skeleton. You sit there type, click, click, like, and then you just clock out. Fuck that. Like, that's y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in the past. We're not doing that. We're not going for that. You feel me? So I love videos like this that are blowing up right now all over YouTube that are basically just younger people saying like, yo, I'm not working a full 9-to-5 job. Even if you don't have aspirations of owning your own company or getting into some entrepreneurship, just the fact that you have to give up your entire life for someone else just so you can put a roof over your head and food on the table. That shit is whack. Like, bro, we are humans. Like, no one on this earth or in the sky or wherever that said, hey, everyone has to work a 9-to-5. You know what I'm saying? Go get money. Like, we put the shit on our damn self. You feel me? And it's like, the powers that be have made it like this so they profit and the rest of us just suffer, and there's nothing you can do about it. You could talk about it, you could you know, tell your friends about it, you know, when you go out Friday night to go grab some beers with the broskies and shit, y'all talking about it, but nothing ever changes. My generation is actually starting to like do something about this, bro. Like we're taking this shit to social media. Like, I see so much discourse on Twitter as well about this, on TikTok. Like, you could tell, you could feel it, like there's something like bubbling up, like maybe a revolution, some King Louis the 14th on them. You know what I'm saying? Love it.
You know, I need to be able to work from wherever I want, to live wherever I want. I don't care about money. I want time. 10 hours every day is gone. No, it's never been about the money. I don't care about money. Cut my salary in half. I don't care. I want control over time. I'm at the office and there's no work left to do, and it's 3 p.m. and you do this, waiting for 5 p.m. to come, and you feel your soul slipping away. Like, just wasting away. Alright, I did not get a second chance at life for this.
I'm gonna go ahead and pause that video right there. He basically said everything he wanted to say. So yeah, I'm saying just doubling back on what I was saying before is that I love seeing this shit like this, you know what I'm saying? Shit is definitely changing, and I feel like us as a younger generation who's coming into the workforce now and you know, assuming a lot of the power that the older folks had, like, something gotta change, y'all. Something has gotta change. This shit is so whack, and it has nothing to do with laziness. It's just like, I don't wanna give up my life for somebody to tell me what to do, for someone that I will never meet. You taking all the rewards, all the money. I'm left with fucking peanuts. Like even someone who works minimum wage, if you look at your check before the deductions, like, you'd have an extra $1,000, $1,200 in your pocket that you could do whatever the fuck you want to. But instead, it's going to some knucklehead that doesn't do nothing but take meetings all day on the beach. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I love this shit. I want to see it happen more. You know damn well I'm going to be taking part in this shit. You feel me? I'm saying, you know what I said earlier in the video, I mean, I'm work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, that was a little reaction to them. These videos have been going super viral over YouTube, so I decided to, you know what I'm saying, let me just go ahead and react to one, because I feel the same, yo. I feel the damn same. If y'all feeling what he's feeling, what I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying, drop a like, leave us some comments, let me know what y'all thinking. But with that being said, I'm going to catch y'all little niggas next time. I'm Beezy signing out. Deuce.